Hello guys, welcome back. It's Sandra here. So I'm back today with another quick look for you guys. I decided to do things a little different today. If you can tell, I already did my base. I did my foundation and all of that, and I'm just going to be doing the eyes. So I'm going to be using this palette for my look today, and this is from Beauty Bay. Yeah, it's just the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. So to get started, I'm going to put some setting powder underneath my eyes just so that to bake first of all, and also just so that if I have any fallouts, it's going to go on there. So I'm using my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to put that underneath my eye. Next, I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place primer. Okay, so now that I have my eyelids all primed up and I look very ghostly, we're gonna get straight into this look, you guys. And of course, I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this palette. Okay, I feel like my last few looks have been green and green and green and green and green. Let me stay away from the green for a little bit. Although this color right here looks like kind of greenish, this color right here, it looks a little greenish glittery, so I'm going to use that on my lid, and then I'm going to use this dark burgundy reds down here for my crease and all of that. So my story today is going to be about what's going on with INI EDO. For those of you that know INI EDO, I don't know if she's still acting. She probably is, but honestly, I haven't seen her in a movie in a while. Okay, I had to zoom that so that you can see. So I have not seen INI EDO acting a little bit, but she used to be one of those top Nigerian actresses back in the 90s, when I'm not sure if that's when the Nigerian movie industry really kicked off, but that's when I started really focusing on the Nigerian movies. And INI EDO back then was a hot cake. Okay. In my understanding, she got married, and marriage didn't work out for her. She got divorced after a few years. But recently it was revealed that she had a child through surrogacy. Okay. Surrogacy is when you have someone carry a child for you. Sometimes you're going to use your eggs and your partner's sperm to fertilize the egg, and somebody else is going to carry it. Sometimes you're going to have a donor, like donor eggs. Okay. And there's several reasons why people choose to do surrogacy, and I feel like it's nobody's place to go around asking people why they decide to have kids through surrogacy. I mean, that's their decision. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I really didn't even want to talk about this thing. Okay, because I feel like this is a very controversial issue, especially with Africans. Okay, it's very controversial. Everybody's gonna have an opinion about it. So like I said, surrogacy is not something that is really accepted worldwide. There's people that still have very strong opinions about surrogacy, and in some countries like the US, I know that you can make money out of being a surrogate mom. You can really make money out of it. It's a lot of money actually, because the entire process is very expensive. And before anybody goes at you saying that, oh, you did surrogacy, they should know that it's not easy, first of all. Okay, you have to be financially stable to do surrogacy in the first place. So just the fact that you do it, okay, you should first of all get a pat on the back for it, because there's people that wish to do it but they can't, they cannot afford it. So that's the first thing. Surrogacy is very expensive, and in some countries you can actually make money out of being a surrogate. In some other countries though, you cannot make money out of it. The only way you can be a surrogate is if you're doing it as a donor, right? Just like you donate organs, okay? You can decide, okay, it's your family member, or it's a friend, or it's someone that, maybe even a stranger, okay? You just like this person and you just want to donate. Do this for them, okay? Because that is a gift. Carrying a baby for a woman that's not able to, or doesn't want to, or for whatever reason she can't do it, and you do it for her, that's kind of like the best gift you can give to someone. So in some countries, that's the only way you can do surrogacy, if it's being given as a gift. So no monetary attachment to it. Okay. In some countries though, some other countries, they ban surrogacy completely. So it's completely banned. You can't even think about it. So I don't know if the people in those countries, they can go to another country and get it done. I don't know. In some countries where it is acceptable, you cannot have another person from another country carry your baby. It's a whole lot of complications. So there's, it's like I said, it's something that is still not acceptable. Some people still have very, very strong opinions about it. And one of those people is the writer of the note I'm going to be reading to you in a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, so in the African community though, it's a whole lot that's going on. It's not only about tradition, but it's about religious reasons, it's about personal reasons, and it's about just monetary spirits, just people that are minding your business for no reason. Okay, there are people that just because they will just talk, just because they want to say something about it. Yes, that's what's doing us in Africa. Okay, so I'm going to take a second to read this this post before I continue with the eye. Okay, I want to go ahead and read this post for you guys, and I crave your indulgence. It's a little long, so I beg you to just be patient while I read this, and we're going to go from here. Okay, so this person writes, this is on Instagram, this person writes, INI EDO has just created a big problem for an innocent child. I like INI very much. If for nothing at all, I enjoyed watching her movies when I was growing up as a teenager. She's very beautiful, talented, and all of that. I often wouldn't comment on lifestyles of many Nigerian and Ghanaian celebrities because I feel they have every right to live as they please once they are not breaking any public laws or posing as enemies of the state. Now, I'm going to be skipping some of the things that I feel like are not very relevant because, like I said, this is long. Okay, but I'm commenting on this particular issue because I saw so many of our youth praising her online for the wrong reason. So to educate them, I have to explain certain things to them so they do not repeat such a big mistake like INI EDO has just done. I read in the news today that INI has birthed a baby girl through surrogacy, and she is very happy about that. Well, I am happy for her as a fan. Congratulations to her, but she committed a blunder I would like to point out to her. I understand the plight of women who have tried everything possible to have their own children but cannot. is depressing and soul crushing. Now, first of all, I'm sorry. If you have not been there, don't say that you understand. Okay, I don't know if she's been there before, but don't say you understand the plight if you have not been there. Just saying. I always sympathize with them and encourage our men to treat such women with so much kindness, because they need it to keep them truly alive. To be barren in Africa is not easy. People will judge you from left and right without knowing how you truly feel as a woman who wants your own child. Some of these women with such problems in their quest to get a child, by all means, try different things, including surrogacy, especially those of them who are privileged or quite okay in life. It's not a bad thing to have a child through surrogacy if you have problems with your reproductive system, or having an issue getting pregnant, or in a case where getting pregnant or giving birth poses a threat to your health. But my only problem is that INI EDO has created a big problem for this innocent baby when she grows up to understand how things work in life. Of course, INI deserves to be happy, but let's not forget that the innocent child deserves to be happy too in the future when she grows up to understand what's happening around her. She birthed the baby through surrogacy is not the problem, as I keep saying. But her decision of using a random or an anonymous donor sperm is my problem with her. Yes, the eggs are hers, and so genetically the baby is her blood. But who is the baby's father? Where is he? These are very relevant questions INI EDO and her friends might be overlooking, but this innocent child would ask these same questions someday when she needs fatherly love and care. This baby will go through a lot of psychological problems and mental tortures looking for who her father is and the woman that carried her for 9 months in her womb. Do you think that it is easy to live without knowing your father in an African society? If you grow up as a child and ask about your father and you're told that he's dead, you'll understand because you see his pictures and his family. But for INI to tell the child that I don't know your father, it was an anonymous sperm donor with my egg that another woman carried for 9 months, for me, will make the child the most miserable person on earth. She may even commit suicide if she is not strong emotionally. Worst of it all is if INI EDO doesn't live long enough to see this child grow up as an adult, who will be her family? INI EDO's brothers and sisters? Too bad. It's not the best to have a child through surrogacy with a random or an anonymous sperm donor. If INI could have made her boyfriend or any man she admires donate his sperm for this baby since she's not ready for marriage. But to say that she doesn't want any baby daddy drama, that's why she chose a random donor, it's only showing her level of selfishness and childishness. She doesn't truly care about how the baby will feel when she grows up. She just cares about having a baby to please the society or to prove a useless point to people who don't like her or people she doesn't like. Too bad. I pity the innocent baby. Other women who may want to have children this way should do with a man they like so that the child can also have and know their father. It's a great thing to have a father, and everyone deserves one. Auntie or uncle, you've said your own. It's amazing that somebody took, you see how long that thing is? That somebody took the time. I don't know how long it took them to sit down and write that. Okay? I'm not going to say it's crap. I don't want to call it crap. So I'm not going to say it's crap. It's their opinion. Okay? My thing is, why do people keep having opinions about other people's issues, like other people's problems? Why are you having issues about this child? Why are you concerned about this child that is not it does? It's ridiculous. Like, you will go on and even say that the child might even commit suicide in the future because they don't know their father. Like, how do those two even correlate? Look at INI. Look at where she is today. This is a woman. She's single, but she's big. She's successful. She's gonna raise this child. I don't know if she has plans to get married, but as of now, she's a single mother. She's gonna give this child the best. Okay, and then tomorrow, this child has become big. She's living her life. She's gotten her degrees or whatever. She's big, you know. And then all of a sudden, she's going to wake up and say, oh, because I don't have father now. Father that hasn't been ever in my life. Now that I'm big, now that I'm married, now that I have children, now that I have a life of my own, I'm making my own money, I'm good. Now I don't have father, I'm going to commit suicide. Like, how are we even thinking? Now, let's understand. Like I said, it's their opinion. And I always say that we should respect people's opinions. We should respect what they say or what they believe in. We don't have to agree with them, but we have to respect that, okay? I respect how they feel. They don't feel like, they feel like every child deserves a father. Valid. But guess what? This world is not black and white, okay? This world is not black and white. Everything doesn't happen exactly the way that we want it to. Everybody deserves a father. Not everybody gets it. I deserve $1 million. I don't get it. Life is not fair. Life is not balanced. Okay? Everything doesn't have to happen exactly the way it is in the books. What about children that are born out of rape? What about children that are not raped, like consensual relationship, but the father denies the pregnancy and goes forever and nobody ever sees that child? What about those children? Don't they live happy life? Don't they live well? If they are lucky to be in a good family, don't they have a life? What about those orphans that are abandoned at orphanages? Nobody knows their mother, nobody knows their father. A good family adopts them. They live a good life. They turn out to be ministers and whatever in life. What about those children? They deserve father, but they don't have. Are they gonna, everybody's just gonna be killing themselves because they don't have a father? What about those fathers that are alive? I just heard about a relative of mine that the father abandoned him and his mother when he was born. He's alive. He knows all of us, his relatives, but he doesn't want anything to do with us because he was abandoned and the father was alive the whole time. Got married, had other children, and he knew, he was following everything that the father was doing. He knew about his father, but the father is not in the life. He's as good as dead. His father was as good as dead to him. Will it make him feel better just because he knows that, hey, this is my father and he doesn't take care of me? Does it make you feel any better? No. If your father is alive and he's not involved in your life, he's as good as a sperm donor. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. Okay? So this whole post, it just gave me a migraine. I'm not going to say anything. They said their own, I'm saying my own. Okay? I don't know what it is about having a father in your life that is so it is so important that don't be telling this woman, do you know how much money this woman is spending to do this surrogacy? So don't be telling her who you think should be the father or who shouldn't be the father. During her interview, she did mention that the reason why she decided to have a sperm donor is because she didn't want any baby daddy drama. Okay? And that's for real. That's real. Because there have been situations where you've had those donor men, somebody will tell you, oh yes, I'll do it for you, and then down the road they are not able to have their own children, and then tomorrow they come and fight you for the child. She didn't want any of those kind of situations. This is a child, so she's not going to spend all this money, struggle to raise this child, and then 15-20 years down the road you come and say, oh, my wife and I are not able to have children, so I want my child. No. There are people who argue that she knows the father of the child, but she's deciding to keep it private, even if she doesn't know. Sperm banks do exist. Sperm banks exist. And her reasoning is valid. If she doesn't want any father figure involved, she doesn't even want to know the father because she doesn't want any person to come and find her child with her in the future, my dear, that's what she want to do. Okay, so it's funny how our this writer did mention that to be barren in Africa is not easy because people will judge you. Our people judge for everything. Our people will judge you if you don't have a child. They will judge you if you have just one child. They'll say, oh, is it not your mates that are having 5 children? They'll judge you if you have 2 children. Oh, so it's only 2 children that you have. Why are you not having number 3? If you don't have, they'll say you don't have. If you have 1, they'll say you have 1. If you have girls, they'll say you have only girls. Go and look for boy. If you have boys, they'll say you have only boys. I don't really know what our people want. They are the ones that keep pressuring people. Oh, go and born, go and born, go and born. And then you have children in orphanages because they don't understand that it's not everybody that wants to have a child. Believe it or not. Not everybody wants to have a child. Whether it's through surrogacy or through whatever means, not everybody wants to have a child. And it is still our own African people that will criticize a woman or judge a woman for having a baby through C-section, right? Like some women have kids through C-section and they don't want to talk about it because of the judgment, because of what people will say. Like it's like your own born that you're born like that. This your own born that you're born like that. It's not born enough. Okay, you're not woman enough. Your own born does not count because you did not push that baby like a Hebrew woman. So your own does not count. I mean, I feel like our people really need to progress. Our people need to grow. The world is moving forward, but some of us Africans just want to stay back in our archaic mentality and our archaic beliefs. This life no balance at all. Okay, you don't always get what you want, and it's not always. What did I do? I messed up the eye. And it's not always gonna be black and white. You're not always gonna get what you deserve. You're not always gonna have it the way that you want it. Life is not fair. I agree with the writer. Everybody deserves a father, but not everybody is gonna get one. Everybody deserves to have a father. Not everybody is gonna get one. And some fathers don't deserve to be gotten. Yes. Some fathers don't deserve it. Okay? All they are sperm donors. You donate your sperm, we move. Yeah. So that's really all I have to say about this INI EDO and surrogacy thing. If that's what you want to do, go for it. We all have to get to the point where we're like, screw everybody else. Screw what everybody else is going to say. I'm going to do me. And if surrogacy is what I want, if surrogacy is what's going to make me happy, then surrogacy I'm going to do. You don't have to explain to anybody. Let's leave people do what they want to do. Let's leave people to be happy, whichever way it is that makes them happy. As long as they're not committing any crime, they're not doing anything wrong. Let's just leave people, sha. So yeah, I've ranted enough on this issue. So I'm going to the eye is pretty much done. Okay, it's a simple look. So I'm going to finish up the face, finish everything, put on my lashes, and I'll be right back. So this is my final look, you guys. I hope you like it. I really love how it came out. I wanted to stay a little bit out of the greens for this time. I'm so sorry if I ranted a little bit in this video. It's just something that, I mean, I just want everybody to just mind their space, everybody to just mind their business. I want everybody to just respect others' decisions. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to change your belief because this other person is believing that. But just respect them. Respect your space. Keep your opinions to yourself. Sometimes your opinion is not needed. Your advice is not needed. Okay, keep it to yourself and let everybody just do you. Okay, do what makes you happy. If it means that you're going to do adoption to get a baby, that's what you want, go for it. If you want to do surrogacy, go for it. If you don't want to ever know the father, you don't care who the father is, you just want to have a baby, by all means. Don't nobody tell you you cannot do what you want to do to make you happy, okay? So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, thank you. Please remember to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed our content. Until next time, take care of yourselves.